Simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got. 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll... Muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Ready, set. 52.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Check 37. General West. Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Locke throwing on second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Set, ready? 60 or.
53, Mike 53.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Yeah. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53, Mike 53.
Hey.
Come on,
Hit it.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
Check.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Let's go now. 70, Indy, Crystal, travel.
Now to the air, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on second down. Allen, he's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
53, Mike 53.
Here's Kamara off the draw.
Go, go, go,
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Mike, you can't block me. You can't block me.
From midfield, here's Allen. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey.
Let's go, let's go.
Go.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Go.
They'll try and run forward Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
30 big.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Go. Shoot.
Here we go with Hill. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Kamara trying the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on second down. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
80 weapon.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Protein spill. Check three, check three, check three. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the ground, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this, I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
15 line. 15 line.
The busy night continues for Kamara. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
6 man.
Look at me. Zipper.
Toss play, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful. And now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Again, it's Kamara. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
To the air, Allen. And this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Charlie. Up the fly. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
Block now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike, 55. Right there. Go.
Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Kill.
Hey, look. Squeeze. Shoot.
On third down, Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A big play there out of Kamara. 62 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They'll run with Hill. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Hill. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Broncos, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.